Hello everyone. Today we are going to do with the second half of the chapter 1.3, the cop and the anthem. So far we had seen that how almost 3 attempts made by Soapy has been a complete failure. It has led to an utter disappointment. He's standing over there and thinking. Several thoughts have come to his mind. Would never a policeman lay hands on him? Would never a policeman be able to catch hold of him? And wouldn't that dream of going to the jail out there become an impossible dream? Okay, so while he's standing and thinking over, his eyes fall onto a cigar store where there is a well-dressed man standing over there puffing a cigar, and he has a silk umbrella also in his hand. So an idea strikes him, and what Soapy does is he goes and grabs hold of the umbrella, that man's umbrella. So naturally the man would react, and he did. He called out, he said, "Hey, my umbrella." Says Soapy in return said, "Oh, is it? Well, then why don't you call a policeman?" That was his question. So the umbrella owner, naturally, when he heard the about calling out a policeman, naturally became a little scared. So he slowed his steps, and again looking at that man, suddenly Soapy felt some premonition. Maybe something bad is going to happen again, or say the same thing is going to happen again. That is, he's never again, the idea of being caught by the policeman is just going to be a dream. So the man is scared. He says, "Policeman, you're going to call a policeman." Then he himself apologizes. He says, "Well, you know how these mistakes occur. It was a mistake, and I hope you will excuse me." And he tells frankly, "See, I have picked it up this morning in a restaurant, and if you recognize it's yours, if you feel that is yours, then you can take it." So Soapy in return says, "Of course it is mine." He says, the umbrella owner says, "Okay, fine, you take it." And he retreats. So he goes back. Now he finds a policeman again. Soapy finds a policeman roaming out there, but it's of no use, because what he says is, these guys with helmets, he's talking about the policemen, the guys with helmet and club, they're of no use. What to do? I mean, he's never being caught by the policeman, because why they seem to regard him as a king who could do nothing wrong. So maybe his appearance is like that. He doesn't look like a criminal. He looks absolutely innocent, and the policeman couldn't even suspect that he could have done some crime. So he's again lost his hope. He's come towards Madison Square. That's the place where he rests. So he considers that as his home. He spends the night on a park bench. So while he is walking on a quiet corner, he comes across a church. That's an old church which is quaint and rambling. Quaint meaning it's old-fashioned church. Rambling meaning it's quite big and it's spread in all directions. And gabled. Gabled is that the roof style it's triangular in shape. And he could also hear the organist playing the keys. Organist playing the organ, and he is preparing for the Sabbath anthem. That's a religious observance. That's a day of religious observance for Jews and Christians. So that music had some mesmerizing effect that he could not move. He was transfixed. He could not move ahead against the convolutions of the iron fence. Convolutions meaning the iron fences, twisted and turned iron fences are there. So he just stopped over there, and he just was so moved by the musical effect. There is nobody on the road. It is almost the moon, the sunset. The moon is above, full and radiant. There are hardly some people walking about there. He's standing over near the fence and listening to the Sabbath anthem. And while he's listening, his mind gets drifted on to some wonderful memories. His life contained such things as mothers, roses, ambitions, friends. See, many times people resort to bad things or crime because of the situation, because of the circumstances that they are in, not because that they were born a criminal, you know. So he had all these in his life, and how he lost, and how did he take up to crime and being in the jail. So that brought a sudden and wonderful change in the soul. That prayer has such effect, on a human being, that it transforms. It brings in good thoughts, good feelings, good vibes in the person. Religion, all religions in the world teach good things. They teach the right path of life. And suddenly he realizes how his life had taken a turn. He was a good man who had, maybe he had a good ambition, but somehow things went haywire, went wrong. And how did he fall into the pit in which he had tumbled? He doesn't know how he happened to become turn bad, degraded himself, unworthy desires. ये सब कैसे हुआ? He is not aware of that. But then this music, suddenly transformed in, has brought a change in him. And he now once again wanted to pull him out of this Maya meaning difficult or complicated situation. And he wanted to conquer the evil. Now he has decided, now I'm not going to do anything bad. From now on, I'm a changed man. And he would resurrect his old eager and ambitions. Kuch karna hai, kuch pana hai. That desire in him has come back to him, and he would pursue them without faltering. Now he would not lose hopes and lose strength. He wanted to achieve or become something in his life, and that had brought him a revolution, a change in him, a drastic change. And tomorrow, he decided, now he has made a firm determination that tomorrow he is going to go downtown district and find work. He has decided he is going to lead a very respectable life. And also that reminded him that a fur importer had offered him the job of a driver. So any job, doesn't matter, but you earn a decent amount, you lead a respectable life. That's what he has decided to do. So when he is planning all the things, standing over there, he feels a hand behind him. So when he turns, he finds the hand of a policeman. The policeman questions him, "What are you doing here?" And he says, "Nothing. Actually, he was not doing anything. This is the time where actually he has done nothing. And here he is being caught by the policeman." And the policeman says, "Okay, then you come along." And the next day, that's the judgment being declared, the verdict being made, 3 months on the island. So this is what he was been longing to hear, longing for so long to be caught hold by a policeman and then being put behind bars, so that the winter season goes on very nicely and smoothly, so that at least there is no tension of tomorrow's food kya hai, 2 time 3 time khana. One would easily get in the jail. So that was his problem. Now his problem is sorted out. Now this is how life takes a turn, a twist. Now when he has decided to be a good man, he is being caught by the policeman. So this is how the story ends here, and this has landed him in the jail. So life is ultimately, in the end, I would say, is life is so unpredictable. We plan so many things, and things do maybe it can go the other way around, but yes, this is how the story ends here, with Soapy ending up in the jail. I hope you understood the chapter. Thank you.